Hello, my name is Lakshmi Dama. I'm presenting my thesis for grad course 69990. The topic of my thesis is data security challenges in cloud computing and its usage criteria. Cloud computing. Cloud is a parallel and distributed computing system consisting of a collection of interconnected and virtualized computers that are dynamically provisioned and present as one or more unified computing resources based on service level agreements established through negotiation between the service provider and consumers. The data in the cloud is stored and accessed in a remote server with the help of services provided by cloud service providers. To name a few, we have Amazon, IBM, Google's application, Microsoft Azure, etc. Since the data is stored in a location outside of the customer's place, rigorous security measures have to be in place to ensure data security and to avoid vulnerabilities leading to data breaches. So, this is the definition for cloud computing that the National Institute of Standards and Technology has defined. A model for enabling ubiquitous, convenient, on-demand network access to a shared pool of configurable computing resources, for example, networks, servers, storage, applications, and services that can be rapidly provisioned and released with minimal management effort and or service provider interaction. Cloud security challenges. Cloud security is vulnerable due to heterogeneity, multi-tenancy, virtualization, resource sharing, mobile cloud computing, and service level agreement in the cloud environment. The challenges can be grouped into the following broad categories. Data storage and security issues. Majority of the problems with cloud computing are due to security and privacy of data stored in the cloud. This can be related to data privacy and integrity, data recovery, vulnerability, improper media sanitization, data backup. Contractual and legal issues can be avoided if the infrastructure provider has the objectives of confidentiality and auditability in the security setting process. This can help to prevent the outside attacks compromising the sensitive data stored in the cloud. Identity management and access control. This can prevent data breach attacks which can come from the cloud service provider side by employees, contractors, and or third-party business partners of an organization in the form of malicious insider or outside intruder. Data security related issues and remedies. Data security is important in all stages of its life from creation to destruction. Data is protected during sharing state with encryption. After the data has been deleted, there can be some residual data remnants. Data lineage tracing is important in cloud computing auditing. The three vital properties of data are confidentiality, integrity, and availability. People who access the data need authentication, authorization, and non-repudiation to ensure data protection and prevent security challenges. This can be in the form of single sign-on policy, multi-factor and biometric authentications, intrusion detection system, IDS, firewalls and segregation of obligations for data access protection, knowledge of logical and physical location of data to enable backup, strong encryption to back up sensitive data, In cloud computing, authentication applies to both machines as well as users to perform certain automated actions like online backup, patching and updating systems, and remote monitoring systems. The goal of this paper was to explore the key factors companies consider when adopting cloud computing services and its usage criteria. Coming to the methods of the study, this is primarily a descriptive study design. Surveys were used to gather information. The questionnaires were built without introducing bias, and 5 questions were open-ended. 10 companies were contacted with the survey questionnaires. Responses were obtained from 6 of them. Limitations of the study was trademark restrictions imposed by the companies. Hence, none of the respondents wanted to disclose their company name due to brand name limitations, and most of them did not respond due to restrictions imposed by the organization, hence leading to a small sample size. Every attempt was made in this study to keep the company name and information confidential. Data analysis. The survey had majority of questions that were made of categorical data with nominal options. Relative frequency statistics was used to analyze the responses, and Excel spreadsheets was used to visualize the data. Opinions mentioned in the open-ended questions were summarized in the results. Based on the responses received, most of the participants were cloud service consumers and some were cloud service providers. Most of the participants used private cloud deployment with infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service delivery models in the ascending frequency. I think the most popular was the software as a service delivery model. Most of the cloud strategy was low risk application followed by all in. According to the survey results, maintenance, cost, scalability, and availability were the most liked features about cloud computing. Infrastructure maintenance, followed by convenience, seemed to be the biggest driver for the companies to move to cloud. There was a shared opinion about who was responsible for ensuring data security. Half of the surveys responded that the cloud service provider was responsible for the data security, while half of them responded that data security was the responsibility of both the consumer and the provider. When discussing the impact of cloud on operational efficiency in the infrastructure, improved availability of applications, infrastructure resiliency, simplified capacity management, and significant improvements in time taken to provision new servers were the popular answers. The responses for the open-ended answers are summarized here. When questioned about what the cloud strategy was, with the options low risk applications, data residency requirements, easy to migrate applications, all in, most of the cloud strategy was low risk application followed by all in. All the respondents chose multi-vendor and all-in models when given a choice of multi-vendor or single vendor and all-in or what fits. Data protection, authorization and access regulation, compliance and legal risks, incomplete data deletions, responsibility, ambiguity are some factors that were being considered when moving to cloud, since any or all of these can trigger an alarm as they can potentially expose the organization's data, especially when using public clouds. Both physical and virtual security controls to the cloud environment were acceptable to the respondents. Data security requirements and infrastructure security were important for all the participants. In conclusion, cloud computing seems to be a promising technology that has great prospects in the successive years, provided the companies utilizing the platform make informed decisions after reviewing the security policies and procedures and outweighing the costs and benefits for their business solutions. They must also consider the possible risks associated. Since the solutions can be tailored according to the enterprise needs, the contracts and agreement should oversee that data security is addressed to extract optimal benefits. Thank you.